It is time for your favorite news correspondent and mine. It's Chad Vader!
He's back!
He's back!
Hey, Chad.
All right, Chad, what's the big story this week?
Well, the Oscar nominees came out, and looks like Avatar and Hurt Locker are the big winners, with each racking up 9 nominations. But Avatar producer John Landau, in an incredible display of humility, felt they deserved more. I mean, have you guys heard about this?
This is pathetic. This is the worst story ever. Now, Wade has the quote.
I've got the quote right in front of me.
All right, Wade, go. Read the quote.
The quote is, John Landau says, "I'm very disappointed." 9 nominations. He's disappointed. I think that Zoe's performance in the movie is extraordinary. Eric Stoltz wins a nomination for The Mask, where he's wearing prosthetics. What we created was the 21st century version of prosthetics. It is Zoe's performance that you see up on the screen. I'm also disappointed in Jim not getting nominated for the script, which he did not get either on Titanic. Both on Titanic and this, he got WGA nominations. You can't have the success of this movie or any movie without the script. It all starts from there. Jim created the world. He created themes that are relevant for people, and he created an emotional context to take you on a journey. End quote. Okay, camera, right here. John, buddy, producer John Landau. You have now produced the 2 highest grossing films in history. You have 9 Academy Award nominations for this one. Titanic won 11. Be grateful. Show just a little bit of humility. Don't go off like an ass. You're going to look like the biggest hog in Hollywood. This could doom Avatar's chances. Everyone who gets an Oscar nomination is supposed to say, "I'm so grateful I'm nominated. We're grateful for what we had." This is you're sounding like a pig. Stop it. Stop it. Go away.
Now, he must have known that Avatar was not going to get any acting nominations. It's not that kind of a movie.
No. And Jim Cameron doesn't get screenplay nominations because the writers' branch of the Academy, not the WGA, the writers' branch of the Academy, which consists of major writers, people who've been nominated, people who've won, they don't respect his screenplays.
Because his screenplays are not good.
Because they're not that good.
Yeah.
And we've already talked endlessly about how this is like Dances with Wolves and Man Called Horse and Pocahontas. Really? You wanted the script to be nominated? Really? You thought that was a good chance? No.
All right, Chad, is there some sort of like a death ray that you can shoot at John Landau to blow his ass up? Because we're not impressed.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Working on it. Exactly. All right, what else is happening, Chad Vader?
Say what?
What else is going on?
Oh, there's lots of other stuff going on. Disney is going to sell Miramax, which they purchased from the Weinsteins back in 1993. The first in line to buy it, the Weinsteins. Second in line to buy it, of course, is me. And I hope they'll take some sort of installment plan on the payments, but I don't have very high hopes for that.
You love Shakespeare in Love. You know, are you a fan of Shakespeare in Love, some of these Miramax films?
Chocolat?
Yes.
Chocolat? Do you like Chocolat? It seems like a Chad Vader film, Chocolat.
Chocolat made me cry. It made me laugh. I loved it.
Good.
All right, so Chad's a Miramax fan. Okay.
Good.
Miramax, now, as people may or may not know, Miramax, the name Miramax is based on Miriam and Max, which are Bob and Harvey Weinstein's parents.
So they should get, it just seems so weird to me that the divorce with Disney was so messy, and it all hinged on Disney keeping Miramax because it was such a brand, and the library had such value, and then Eisner goes out, Iger comes in, and it's a complete turnaround.
It was an industry turnaround against those boutique arms of the studios. Okay. Plus, the problem that they have now is that the Miramax library is really not worth that much. It's Disney is overvaluing Miramax's library. They're trying to get hundreds of millions of dollars more than the library is actually worth. Don't you think?
No, I don't really. I think they're overvaluing it independent of Bob and Harvey. See, this is the thing. The value of that library, part of what always made it valuable was that Bob and Harvey were the guys who acquired those films, who made those films, and who knew how to exploit those films. And if you take Bob and Harvey away from it, then you're losing part of the value of the library. And I don't think that really occurred to them. I think they thought originally, when they let the brothers go, oh, we've got all these great films that just kind of sell themselves. Well, they don't. You sort of need Bob's acumen. For example, would Inglourious Basterds have been nearly as successful in anyone else's hands?
No, because the thing is that, is that Disney can market Disney films.
Absolutely.
Disney can't necessarily market Inglourious Basterds.
And that's what you get with Bob and Harvey. They know how to sell films that other people don't know how to sell, as opposed to the way the studios work now, which is we're only going to make a film our people know how to sell. Bob and Harvey go out, they find the tough stuff, the difficult stuff, and they say, okay, now we're going to sell this because nobody else knows how. So they kind of do it the way you're supposed to do it. But that library needs to be with them. I got to say, it has to go back into their hands. No one else will exploit it the way they do.
You're actually agreeing with Bob and Harvey Weinstein. I can't believe that.
I know, it's odd, huh?
It is odd. Chad, we're saving the best for last. Chad, give us a story that's just fantastic this week. We'd love this story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this was my favorite story of the week. And it's Mel Gibson is back, and he's entertaining us in the best way he knows how, by being Mel Gibson.
Maybe a better person than you were 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I mean, everything that we've read about, you've gone through a lot of ups and downs in the past few years.
Oh, yeah, 4 or 5 years, yeah. It's been, hey, it's a real roller coaster ride. You know, I think I'm the same person I always was, except for people as they go. Time teaches, and, you know, you learn as you go, so, hey.
Do you think that the public will perceive you any differently after all that's been in the news about you?
What are you referring to specifically?
Referring to the, you know, the drinking problems, referring to what's been called the anti-Semitic rant, referring all those things. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that's almost 4 years ago, dude. I mean, I've moved on. I guess you haven't.
Well,
So
I'm just wondering if you think that the public has moved on and will perceive you in the same light.
Well, I certainly hope so. You know, it is a while back, and you know, I've done all the necessary mea culpas. So, let's move on, dude. Come on.
Edge of Darkness opens today. It's good to see you back in the saddle and doing what you do best. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mel. Take care.
Bye-bye. Asshole.
Wow.
I take Mel's side. Chad, I take Mel's side on that. I really do. Don't you?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess.
Way to own that opinion, Chad. That's why you're living on Earth. Okay, I think that, you know what, I can't excuse what Mel did, but you know what, F that guy. That guy's a jerk.
Yeah, at this point, independent of all of this, I've got to say I kind of feel sorry for Mel at this point. And not because to excuse any of the crazy things that he's done or said over the years, but it's clear he's not altogether there. There's something a little bit unstable, a medication issue, I don't know what it is, but, you know, come on, somebody's got to help the guy. There needs to be an intervention of some kind.
I actually had heard that the reason why he was like that was because he had just quit smoking again. I'm not kidding. He had just quit smoking again, and he was getting irritable.
That's more than irritable.
That's irritable combined with being interviewed by a jerk.
Yeah.
Now, the way it works is some of these interviewers, they feel like if they don't ask the tough question, that they'll get ripped for not asking the tough question.
But as a celebrity, you have to know how to let those things roll. You really do. I mean, you know, it's like when Cher went on David Letterman all those years ago. Come on, just let it roll. You know what they do.
But it does look like, and we'll move on in a second, but it does look like that was Mel's 75th interview that day.
Yeah,
he was holding the coffee, he was getting irritable, you know what, and he just wound up taking it out on that guy, and that guy's a jerk. We don't like that guy. That guy's never coming on the show. Who's that guy? I don't even know. All right, Chad, we're saying goodbye to you, Chad.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Chad Vader, everyone. Wow, look at that.